Hi everyone, Bhavani Vyas from Mind Body Spirit back with you all again to speak to our wonderful presenters who are hosting workshops with us at the Mind Body Spirit Festival taking place at the end of May in the London Olympia this year. Today I'm joined by the lovely Anne Malone, who is our host and curator of the Alchemy of Sound Space, who is also hosting an in-depth workshop with us at the festival in London. Hi Anne, how are you?
Hi, Bethany. I'm really well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you for asking. I wanted to get you on here so that you could speak to our communities and tell them a little bit more about the workshop that you're hosting with us at the festival. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And hello to everyone. Sending my lovely heart vibrations to you. So, my workshop is going to empower people so that they can actually find their voice and use their voice as a calming tool for themselves, and also then to share it with their family and friends. The workshop will concentrate on the voice as a healing tool, but I also will share a wonderful sound bath, Oasis of Sound, my
Mm.
sound bath. So initially we'll come in, have this beautiful sound bath, be bathed in the beautiful sounds. Some of the instruments, one of my favorite instruments is this beautiful.
Mm.
So you come into the room and lie down and just be bathed in the beautiful sounds. And then after about 15 minutes of the sound bath, we'll come into a seated position and then we'll learn how to use our voice as a healing tool. How does
I
that
love
sound?
this because it's a mixture of, being able to dive into the experience but also learn, because it's really that opportunity to sort of go further than people maybe have done before when it comes to sound healing. Can you talk a little bit about the various instruments that you do use and why they have such an impact on us and why they have such a healing impact on us in the sound
Yes.
bath?
Absolutely. Well, what I would just say is just remember that we are mostly made up of water. Okay, so we're just think of us as like these beautiful liquid beings, and that water consists of molecules. So when the beautiful sound, say, of the singing bowl is played on the body, directly on the body, the vibration dances the molecular makeup of the water, and because we are mostly water, it encourages any stagnation, any blockages that we may have to go back into free flow. So basically, the vibration dances the molecular makeup of our being. And that's it in a nutshell. How is that?
Beautiful. So it's so nice so that all these different instruments work on vibrating us in different ways.
Absolutely. Because, for example, the singing bowl is like it's very, very deep. It goes
Mm.
sort of right into the marrow. And then the beautiful bowron, or the drum, that brings us into the heartbeat. And then we've got the wonderful rain stick, and that takes us into that beautiful ocean of love. And then we have the wonderful gong. And again, that works sort of more a surround sound, filling the room with that beautiful vibration. And then we have the beautiful sansula.
That's gorgeous. How is the Sansula different to a kalimba?
Yeah, well, the sansula has a little music box here. So the notes sustain longer. So for example, so they have a longer sustain. The notes last longer.
That's beautiful. So it's using all these instruments from many different cultures, from all around the world, really, for the journey that you take people on. Those
Absolutely.
times.
The lovely Koshi bells. And then Bhavani, I share this wonderful thing which I'll be teaching, which is vocal toning.
Yeah.
And that's just a pure vibration. So I'll just demonstrate. So that has a very similar effect on the body. It kind of fills those molecules and gets them up and dancing and free flowing back into just really relaxed and happiness.
I love that, because I was about to ask you actually, because at the start of our live here, you mentioned that you're going to be working on vocal toning, which impacts, the way we communicate and our relationships. What is vocal toning for people who maybe might be a bit familiar with what sound healing is and the instruments which are used, but not so much on using ourselves as an instrument? Can you talk about what vocal toning involves and what it's for?
Absolutely. So first of all, I would say just imagine that we are bats. And the bat spends its life navigating the world through sending out little messages, beams, beep, beep, beep. Humans can't hear it. But exactly the same happens with vocal toning. So I will teach you how to send out a pure vibration. And so if you're with someone else, you can actually get a message back into your ears where there might be a blockage. Okay. So we're using the voice as an MRI scan. So for example, if you were in reality, if you were there, I would say, oh, Bethany, have you got a bit of a headache? Oh, okay, let me just give you some vocal toning. And I would go, and that would release any of the stagnation that's causing you to have that headache. So we're
I see.
Yeah.
So vocal toning is something that we use on other people.
We use it ourselves because we benefit from it ourselves. So if we're feeling a little, oh, I've got a bit of a headache, I would just go, ooh, and then I can share it with you. I can send out that lovely vocal tone to your body, and those molecules will start dancing again.
Wow. Okay. So I find this fascinating because, people know you and I are mantra singers, but this notion of vocal toning, which is coming into the world of sound healing, is becoming more mainstream now. Do people have to be musical as such? Or, for example, because you're using vocal toning, do they have to be able to sing in order to elicit what you said was a pure note?
No, all it is just really sending out that, and the purity comes from that intention. It's like, it could be like, oh, or it could be, oh. So it doesn't really matter what note or how it sounds. The whole technique is about training the ear to listen to the message that comes back. So a little demonstration, just imagine that the bat's flying around and there's a tree in front of it and it's going, ooh, oh, because it gets a message back that there's a tree in front of it. So it just goes, whoops, I'll go there. So just think of it like that. It's sending out a message, and that solid or blockage will give back a variation in the note that we hear, or in how we hear the sound.
See, okay, this is really fascinating. So this is, I mean, I could I'd love to know more and more about this as we know, but
It's magical.
this is the reason why you're hosting the workshop with us, right? So this
Yes.
is because whilst we could talk about it, on here, I think there's something really, really special about being able to physically dive into that practice with you at the festival. Tell us a little bit more about why it is important for everyone to be in the room with you, Anne, for your workshop with us, and tell us when it is as well.
Oh yeah. So it's on the 28th
Yeah.
of May, and it's at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's 90 minutes long, and the cost is £15, well worth it. So as you can imagine, being with me in the room, because vibration, the whole essence of vibration is that it moves the air. So it's like when we see a concert on YouTube, and it's our favorite band or our favorite singer, and we feel it. It's like, oh, I love that. But being in the concert with that person and feeling the vibration live, feeling that vibration going through the air that we're breathing together. It's a very different experience to any kind of recording or any Zoom meeting, etc. So being live is actually feeling it in our bodies. It's like, does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a really wonderful thing about festivals like Mind, Body, Spirit, that we have the chance to really immerse and be in that, as you were saying earlier, bathing in the vibrations of the sound. So that's why it's so important. We're so looking forward to this workshop that you're hosting, as well as all the wonderful things that you're doing all across the festival as usual, and with the Alchemy of Sound space and your main stage slots, which are much shorter experiences that people can have. But we really invite everyone to come a little bit further and join you in that workshop with us at the festival. Is there anything else that yes, that's what I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you. A little tip that you can share
yeah.
with our community that they can already begin to practice, that'll get them excited about your workshop with
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, I love this. This is like for everyone. So if anyone has any like notion of, oh, I can't sing, or what is this sound thing about? So just to place the hands over
Mm.
our heart center
Yeah.
and just hum. And so it doesn't matter what note we sing. It doesn't matter if we're singing hum or if we're singing hum, hum, hum. But what it does is it has that same effect
Mm.
as the vocal toning, but it's a much more gentle sound. It's just like hum. And if we're a little bit stressed out, or if we're thinking, oh my God, I can't get there in time, whatever is happening, just take 2 seconds, one deep breath in. And a few of those lovely hums, and guaranteed you'll be nice and calm, because
Mm.
what we're doing is we're allowing all those beautiful molecules, the water in our body, just to calm down.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, that's a great tip for everyone to practice. I feel like we could chat and chat about this workshop. It's so interesting. But thank you for spending a little bit of time talking to me in our community, sharing about your workshop. We're really looking forward to it at the end of May. Thank you so much, Anne.
Thank you, Bhavani. Thank you. And thank you, Mind, Body, Spirit, for hosting such a wonderful festival.
Always. We'll see you soon, Anne. Bye.
Bye. Bye.